Hello and welcome back to Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri Alien Crossfire. Almost forgot the name of the game that I'm playing. Last time that we were playing, we were still trying to find some people to eradicate from the world without any success. And waiting for this little chap to heal up. Because I don't know if they heal by just fortifying in place or whether you need to send them back to a base. So we'll just continue to explore right now. That's the end of the turn. It's kind of weird how the turns work in this, I feel. Why did he not move through there? I don't know. Is this guy healing up? Yes, he is. So, I wonder, do they have a hold until healed? Designate defender, upgrade unit, wait. Activate, go to home base, assemble group. Does that mean that you can group go to, I don't know whether you can sort of group units together. Don't know, doesn't matter. But we'll keep him on hold until he's fully healed, because this is a dangerous planet, a dangerous world, and anything could happen just like this. Now, is a scout patrol able to deal with mind worms? We will find out in the next episode. No, in this episode. Yes, it looks like they're able to. And they've gained the hardened status. Hardened, what exactly does that entail? It just gives us a plus here. So what we're going to do is, I wish that they had a actual search function in here. We're going to, we don't want basic contact, we want advanced categories, and we're going to try and find hardened on this list. It doesn't say, unless I'm just being stupid and missing it. No, it's not there. So, where the hell would it be? I don't know. Unit cost, retirement, might formula. Now this has got something to do with combat. These computer factions might. Oh no, that is just sort of telling you your score effectively. Drones, commerce, bureaucracy, victory. Somewhere, I would like to think that it. Weapons and modules. No. Special abilities. Has this got hardened in it somewhere? No. Well, it's very difficult to find the information that you're looking for in these things here. Unit cost, psych combat, prototypes, morale. Has this got something to do with combat? I know it does have something to do with combat, but does it have something to do with being hardened? The might is the measure of your overall standing in comparison to other factions, so that's not what we need either. Economy drones, damage. We press spacebar to skip a turn. Damage can be repaired if a unit skips its entire turn at a friendly base. Right. They can also field repair. This process is much slower and is only affected if the unit has the same more than 10% damage. Okay, right. So does that mean that they only heal up to 90%, I wonder? Potentially. I can't find what harden means. What it does. Which is annoying. I'd love to know. Basic unit types. This probably doesn't help at all. All categories. It's probably in here somewhere. I'm sure it is. I'll go on a wiki or something at some point to work out exactly what it means. So anyway, for now we'll just... I don't think this guy's ever going to get through that xenofungus. This guy can move over to here and discover that a little bit more. Looks like we found everything there is to find there. So... I found another creature to fight. I have a suspicion that... infantry units are better in sight combat. We won't hold this guy anymore because I don't think he's going to heal that last 10%. Yeah, I think infantry are better at the mine combat thing than vehicles are, which makes logical sense. Which means we will hold this guy though to heal him up, which is it makes sense because this is representing a unit of troops who have got a collective mind power greater than just one or two people that are inside a vehicle. So just having a vehicular army probably isn't the way to do it in terms of just like generally surviving the planet. Against other factions, it's probably good. Oh, great, we've got a new supply pod. It contains a Unity foil. That's cool. So we could make a sea base, potentially, which is essentially useless at the moment, but it does allow us to explore a little bit. As I was saying about the mind combat, there are certain factions that kind of focus on mind combat. We're just going to sort of explore with this guy for now. And they can be a real pain in the ass because they can kind of tame some of the creatures on the planet. And I think that if we look at our factions, I believe that these guys might be one of the people that are relatively good at training the... I'll finish constructing my sentence in a minute. Training the mind worms and stuff like that, and growing them in their own farms and stuff. I think possibly Cult of the Planet are good as well, yeah. Mind worms do double police duty. So yeah, they can sort of effectively create the mind worms and have them in their own cities and stuff. But I don't think it's until sort of the end of the first third of the game or halfway through or something that kind of thing comes into play. We just lost one of our units by the looks of things. Great. But we have discovered social psych. So this is something that reduces the kind of drones that you have. And this is something that was in the Civ games that has kind of fallen out of Civilization 5. And I don't know if it was in Civilization 4. But the idea of unhappiness being represented in each city. It only really happens, I think, if you annex a city in Civilization 5, you have this kind of problem. But essentially, you have to try and keep the happiness in each city good. Otherwise, you get these drones who they're discontent, undereducated citizens that appeal as a result of population pressure or other social forces. They're a bad thing. So buildings like this, they're effectively like cinemas or something like that, stops you from having these dissident factions inside your city. Doctrine loyalty. This is another good one for Conquer. I suppose it's irrelevant to look at what technologies this thing is leading to because we're going to discover them anyway, and I'm not really keeping enough of a mind on them for it to matter. It's a real shame that we lost our other scout there. We will have to be more careful, I suppose. But I suppose it's just part of the danger of moving around this world. Gaim researchers have discovered the secrets of the human brain. Discovery has stimulated a burst of Gaim research. So I think what that is essentially a world wonder, or the equivalent of it. Wow, exploring is really dangerous around here. I'm kind of scared about this colony pod moving around. I don't think that it can go onto the land. It's not amphibious or anything. I think that we just literally have to build a city on water if you want one of these, which might not be a bad thing. I mean, we can build it next to land, and this land could be the place for it. Let's go and pick this colony pod up. We have discovered a materials pod from the Unity. It's provided sufficient minerals for us to finish building the network node as Spartan commands next turn. That's great. Basically, that's just given us all of the resources we need to finish building this. I don't know how many more turns were left on it anyway, but never mind. That's great. So now we can have a look at those alien artifacts that we picked up. We build our first base facility. However, Lady Deirdre's Gaian workers already built the first base facility on the planet in 2033, 3 turns previous to me. Never mind, it's not a race at this stage. Maybe it is, but never mind. What do we want to do now? Do we want to build another unit? Do we want to stockpile energy? Or do we want to get fewer drones? We have no drones at the moment, so this isn't really a problem. I think what we need to do is prototype a new kind of speeder with a particle cannon. Particle impactor, sorry. Which means that it's going to do 4 damage in combat, which is pretty awesome. It costs 33 to build. So, done. Let's build the impact rover. Now, 33 relates to 8 turns, because the minerals we're getting each turn are 4. I'm sure that if you do the math, then that makes sense. I believe the game. I trust it. Over here, we've got our second citizen. Do we want to... I don't think energy is really that useful at the moment. I think it's only to... Well, once we've got this building in place, then hopefully we'll see a little bit of consumption here. But right now, that doesn't matter. Now what we want to do is have the action for this alien artifact and... what can we do with it? I can't remember. We do have the network node there now, I'm sure. So, yes, here we go. Facility network node. Oh no, this is just telling us whether we want to scrap it or not. Base can study alien artifacts. If you can find the artifact and return it to one of your bases, you will have several options. A, you can link it to the network node if you have one and receive a free technology breakthrough. Or B, you can use it to speed up production of a secret project or unit prototype. Or C, you can save it for later use. Artifacts can be captured from other players. A lone artifact can be captured by any player without diplomatic penalty. Awesome. So, how do we actually get it to... Do we want to... Oh no, here we go. Change production. Hurry impact rover. Set to explore. Set to... this is... Oh no, they're the things that we can do on the base. It must be an action. We might have to move it out of the base and move it back in again. I think that might... Let's try that, see if that works. Kind of, it's a waste of time in essence, but I suppose there's not much we can do about it, seeing as we don't know how it works. Okay, let's try this now. If we move that in there, there we go. So, we can link that to our network node. Our scientists have linked the artifact to the data network and made wondrous discoveries. And we've got now flexibility. And what that allows is pressure dome. Allows base to survive submersion. Also counts as recycling tanks for this base. Does that mean we can build bases in the water? Is that what that's trying to say? Not sure. Yeah, I think that's it, because it's allowing us to have boats, troop transport as a an add-on. Well, it counts as a weapon essentially, but you can transport things across the sea, and gives us transport foil, all of which are relatively ineffective at the moment. And now we're going to get another technology here as well, hopefully. Maybe that didn't work. The guy was saying something to me, but I wasn't really paying attention. That might not have worked, in which case it's bad. We might have to take it to this place instead, build a network node there and try and use it there. I'm not sure. Why? We're going to hold that unit there, I think. It's nice to have a some kind of fortified unit in a city, I think. I really don't know where to build this second city. It might be worth doing it over here, to be honest. I think that's what I'm going to do. Drag this guy over here. Oh, crap. Try and stay away from that. Let's try and do this again. Okay, so potentially that means that you can't use these alien artifacts multiple times to discover things. So let's just leave it there for now without worrying about it. And really, really want to find another player to bully. Yeah, we'll just hold that there. Take no special action until I know exactly what I wanted to do with it. We've discovered a sea farming pod from the Unity. Kelp forest has proliferated in this area. Cool. So that's... I'm very dubious about building a city on the sea because I don't know if we can effectively farm these things yet. But, this is a possible place that we can look at later on. What's this? This is just an ocean shelf with mineral bonus. So that's really cool square as well. So if we did want to build a sea city and we're sure that we're able to farm these ocean tiles, then building it right in the middle there would be really cool. But for now, we're not going to risk it. This is not a pod after all, but another alien artifact that probably we can't do anything with. Well, we'll send it. Disciplined alien artifact. Okay, we're going to send that up to that base and hopefully build a network node in that place as well. Centauri ecology. So we're able to build the weather paradigm in any of our cities. This increases terraforming speed by 50% for all tasks except for remove fungus. Your formers may build condensers and boreholes and may raise or lower terrain, even if you have not yet discovered the appropriate technologies. Now, formers, which it talks about here, are something that we're going to want, and we're able to now. They're effectively workers that are going to terraform the areas around our city, getting rid of all of this xenofungus from Sparta Command. It's not something that we need to do straight away, but we can use them to build farms on the squares that we're studying at the moment, which would be good. I don't think that we're going to be able to build a farm on this monolith, but this area by the river, we're going to definitely want to farm that. Gives us a little bit of extra food. Really, really shocked that we have not found anybody yet. I just feel that we should have done by now. At least one person. Maybe we're just like on a very small continent sort of thing. Another sea farming pod. I kind of shouldn't be discovering things with that colony pod because of the dangers of there being indigenous life forms inside. Great, we've got a new impact rover, and I am going to this weather paradigm. Let's look and help and see exactly what that does. So that increases the terraforming speed by 50% of all tasks except for remove fungus. Your formers may build condensers and boreholes and may raise or lower terrain even if you have not yet discovered the appropriate technologies. That's kind of... It's good. It's good, but it's not what we're aiming for. We're definitely going for combat, and someone else is bound to be researching that. It's probably got more energy to do it and everything. So I think we're going to build a former anyway. We're going to leave that kind of thing for now. But if we get one of these big projects coming up that are going to benefit our military, then we're definitely going to go for it straight away. Great, so we've got a command center in this city now, which is awesome. And we're going to want to choose what to build next. Very tempted by another network node here, because we can link up the other alien device with it, discover a new technology. I think that's what we're going to need to do. Now we're going to stop this episode here, but before we do, I just want to have a look at the tech advances, or try and find out, I think this is the wrong screen, but we want to find out exactly how much, just misclick there slightly, we want to find out exactly how much we're getting. So breakthroughs every 15 years. Is there a way of... Well, this is very useful. Is that there normally? No, it's not. That'd be really, really good if that came up more often. Where was that? So that's F2. So give me a little bit of information about this. So we've got the tech cost for this is 102. We've accumulated 15, and we're getting 7 per turn. Right. So if we have a look at our base, we're getting 50% of our energy is going towards labs and 50 towards economy, which is what's paying for our units. So somewhere I imagine is a way of, let's just press F2 and see. So this is our energy budget. Income is 4, maintenance is 2, no loan, so we're getting 2 per year, and we've got 151. This kind of information should just be on the HUD somewhere, I feel. Maybe it is and I'm just missing it, but I don't think so. So the budget is, the network node in Sparta Command is costing 1. And in Einheim, Command Center is costing 1. Okay, so that's given us all our maintenance costs there. Now this is base operations, which is telling us our production, so we can sort of manually do things from this menu, giving us our citizens and then the garrison in our cities. Great. These secret project reports, don't know what that is right now. Satellite survey, don't know what that is. This is telling us about our units, the power and everything. Cool. And then finally our score of 11. Right. Is there a way of changing this value from... Because I don't think we need quite as much economy as we got at the moment. I think we want to try and focus a little bit more on science. Because we've got so much money, or energy as it's called, knocking around, that it would be nice to distribute a little more of it to science. I tell you what, it's something that I'll look into, and then hopefully by the next episode it will have been sorted out. So, thank you for watching. I hope that you're enjoying this, and leave a comment or a like or a favourite or something like that. But leave a comment if there's any comments that you have about how I'm playing, any hints that you think that I should be paying attention to, and hopefully I will start concentrating a little bit more by the time that you watch the next video. So thank you very much.